The time is 8:55 on this Thursday morning, February 9th, 2017. And it's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, February 9th, 2017. Got, got on! It's 8:55 on this Thursday morning, February 9th, 2017. And here are your morning news headlines at 8:55 a.m. I'm Peter Wiggins, the news headlines here. Top story at 8:55 a.m. is a snowstorm that's going to deliver about up to a foot and a half of snow here in the region. More than 2,700 flights were canceled at all public schools in New York City, Boston, Philadelphia were closed Thursday as some 53 million people braced for the winter storm that could dump a foot of snow, more than largest so far this season. When Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat of Massachusetts, used Chris Scott King's words of expressing opposition to President Trump's Attorney General nominee, it was only the first time that a Democrat politician saw the importance of the king as a civil rights symbol. Coca-Cola on Thursday delivered guidance that the fell short of an estimates by quarterly earnings were aligned with estimates and revenue beat the country's prediction. Twitter reports quarterly revenue growth. Shares left. Nairobi, Kenya. Kenya's high court through Thursday threw out a government plan to shut down the world's biggest refugee camp, held to the reputation of hundreds of thousands of small and war-ravaged nation of relieving the pressure on the refugee facilities. An explosion of fire have occurred in the Flammable nuclear plant in France's Nova Coast by the West. No nuclear waste officials said. People in Buddhist monks protest wall. Malaysia and NGOs aid ship carrying food and emergency supplies from American Muslims at the port of Yangon, Myanmar, on February 9th. Beijing, the letter wishing China a prosperous university came 11 days after China celebrated the Lunar New Year's festival. White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon is known for the becoming attack by far-right parties in Europe and like the National Front of France. A decision is expected initially for the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in the on-court legal battle over President Donald Trump's executive order limited travel and immigration from 7 countries. Senior White House Counselor Kelly and Conway this week claimed that the media has been paying too much attention when President Trump's executive orders, namely his temporary ban on refugees in trouble for 7 Muslim majority countries. The White House said it won't revoke former President Barack Obama's 2014 executive order permanent workplace discrimination among federal contractors based on a sexual orientation or gender identity. President Donald Trump said executive order bar refugees and citizens from 7 Muslim countries from everyone in the U.S. is one of the most popular so far, according to a new poll from Morning Consult of Politico. Phoenix, Arizona. A motion of protest broke out from Phoenix Wednesday night after Mexican-born mother of 2 was detained for deportation. A federal grand jury has been indicted Earl Thomas Martin III, the NSA private contractor with Social Security State, spent decades stealing national security secrets and just couldn't see him. Served a lengthy prison term. Union, Missouri. A UPS driver is being called a hero for contacting police after the scene. Contact 911 squad outside of the back. He picked up in eastern Missouri. Tampa, Florida. A 44 man had been sleeping in the commercial trash bin and recovered afternoon being crushed in the back of a garbage truck. The U.S. Army deployed 225 soldiers and 15 M1A, 2 Abrams Texan 6 PFVs to Latvia as part of a NATO's operation to resolve the response to the Russian aggression. A veteran Al-Qaeda member with ties to Osama bin Laden died at U.S. airstrike near Idlib, Syria, the Pentagon reported. A former national security contractor was denied and was a grand jury on a charges he illegally collected thousands of classified documents at his home. Washington and another Americans apply for unemployment benefits bill last week continued to offer a historically low level considered with the healthy U.S. A man looks at it and does. Banks lift Europe stocks, bond market purchases. U.S. court blocks and then signal merger deal consolidation. Okay, take a look at the stocks now. 20,004.34, SP Farm, 20,094.67, and NASDAQ, 5,062.45. Scientists making lemonade for the particular sorrow, limited that is a nuclear bomb development. And ancient seismic event may be responsible for taking a massive amount of the Australian continent. Kayla, later was a healthy all-around athlete, but to be fit, yeah. Protect her from the flu. Linton died last week in Baltimore. As many dozens of the perfectly healthy children died from before every year in the U.S. South of Korea, high alert after the second straight of football disease confirmed. 13 UC Berkeley facility, 7 of them women up, about 47 new investigators of just about it. Chad Zuckerberg. I have to receive a $1.5 million each over the next 5 years to connect candidate biomedical research with no strings attached. Peter Jones was on 9 o'clock. Time out for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Celtics lose today. Sacramento Kings 108-92. Not Letters. Hockey team lose to the Boston Panthers 2-1. Foxborough, the veterans around Foxborough Conference celebrated the new make the Super Bowl. But that may be a little too much. Just Patriots fans make over the Foxborough Super Bowl betters. Peter Childers on. It's exactly 9:01 on this Thursday morning, February 9th, 2017. And it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's imitate where the Salon SL2 still would affect the minute 8 Rockefeller Pier, connected to Avenue, and MBTA will run regular service during the winter storm. Fitchburg train 403, 748 from North Station up at 5025 is passing between Canada and Green and Winchester. Fitchburg train 492, 758 from 10 to 8 minutes after to do across an issue. Stoughton train 906, 838 from Stoughton up at 5 10 minutes passing between Canada Junction and South Station to train traffic. Providence train 812, 7 from Providence up at 10 15 minutes passing between Mansfield and South Station to signal issue. And on the ferries, they are looking at take a look at highways and byways of East New York and New York City and all of Connecticut and Central and Western Massachusetts are slow go 485 and both ends is backed up from 95 out in Foxborough area to Route today in Marlboro 485 south is back to 89 still 120 both ends is backed up from Dedham all the way out to the Main Tree 95 stop and go between 120 and Canton all the way into 485 in Foxborough. 295, both ends about an element out of work. 95, both ends about a work out of Hope Valley. And how is it Moway's Vermont 91? It's slow from Brennerborough all the way down to Hanover. 89, some go around, store that out of Mount Pillar. 89, both ends is back to Lebanon down to Concord, Hampshire. 93, both ends about a Woodstock down to the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border. Every time about between Concord and Nashua. But that was about ways a main logo. And here's 81, it's logo from Bigman all the way out to Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Here's 876. 78, it's slow from Lebanon all the way to Easton, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania turnabout slow from King Person out of Reddit. And New Jersey turnabout better from Cheryl all the way out to Newark. Peter Childers on is 903 on this Thursday morning. And it's time now for a weather report here and looking at the snow and it's closing it on, and it's just so far as the snow has likely been expected to be heavy throughout today. Here, yes, we're gonna take a look at the latest radar, and it shows snow coming a bunch of all of eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island and Connecticut and Long Island Sound and Nova New Jersey, including the New York City area and Eastern New York. And while seeing a couple of sleet from Eastern Connecticut, switching on coastal Rhode Island and straightened around from Fall River all the way down to Lakeville around Plymouth and up and down Marshfield and out to Situate. And rain showers from Marshfield all the way down to the south coast of Massachusetts and southern Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, and coastal portions of Rhode Island. And zooming out, so some snow showers coming a bunch of Vermont, New Hampshire, western and northern portions of Maine, and coastal portions, central coastal portions of Maine, and sleeted snow off the central portions of Nova Scotia. Okay, we're in Winterstone, Waterman Bay, effective until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This AD location is Eastern Massachusetts, Rhode. This also includes the cities and towns of Framingham, Lowell, Lawrence, Gloucester, Foxborough, Norwood, Cambridge, Boston, Quincy, Taunton, Brockton, Fall River, New Bedford, Mattapoisett, Foster, Smithfield, Providence, Coventry, West Greenwich, East Greenwich, Warwick, West Warwick, Bristol, Narragansett, and Westerly, Newport. Towns and taps, heavy snow. Incubation, snow incubation 12 and 18 inches. And snow will begin at 5 a.m. this morning. Snow will fall every time throughout this afternoon before tapering out. There's snow showers early this evening. Hazardous to travel due to snow-covered roads and poor visibilities. Intense snowfall rates at 2 to 3 inches per hour. Will be possible at times along with some blood and drifted snow. Winds north 50-25 miles an hour, gusts up to 50 miles an hour. A winter storm warning for heavy snow means that severe winter weather conditions are expected to occur. Significant amounts of snow are forecast that would make travel dangerous to travel in. Emergency, if you must keep it. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water with your vehicle in case of an emergency. Here. And a blizzard warning in the Bay from now until 8 p.m. this evening for Eastern Plymouth County, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, Detective, Blackout. Heavy snow, strong damage, winds, and blizzard conditions. Snow accumulation 12 to 16 inches. And precipitation of spread reach between 6 and 9 a.m. this morning. It may be good as a brief period of rain. Any rain will change snow by late morning. The snow will be falling every time this afternoon before taking off the snow showers this evening. And heavy snow, strong damage, winds will result in blizzard conditions this afternoon. Early evening, intense snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour will be possible at times. This afternoon, strong wind will create blood and drifted snow in new whiteout conditions at times. Travel's not recommended this afternoon. The DD, the conditions stronger. Temperature winds will result in outside power. The northeast winds about 30-40 miles, like gusts up to 65 miles an hour. 1/4 mile less than times. The upper 20s and blizzard warning decision winds. Sustained winds at frequent gusts of 35 miles an hour are expected with considerable fall and the blow storms. Visibilities will become poor whiteout conditions at times. Those venturing out may become lost and do so. The sole president warned there, so strength of eyes and stay indoors. Okay, take a look at 7-day forecast goes like this. The snow can be there many times. There's a blow storm afternoon. Temperature fall about 20 degrees by 5 p.m. Open about 10 to 8 miles gust size, 43 miles an hour. Just make sure 1%. Total daytime snow condition 10 to 16 inches possible for tonight. Snow may before 10 p.m. This snow can be every time. There's a blow storm before 11 p.m. Low at 6 above. Wind chill miles low as 8 below. Northwest about 13 to 18 miles gust size, 34 miles an hour. Temperature is 1%. New snow condition 2 4 inches possible Friday. Both sides come about 23 degrees. Wind chill miles low as 8 below. West wind about 10 at 50 miles gust size, 30 miles an hour. Friday night, snow like maybe after 2 a.m. Increased clouds low at 40 degrees and west about 6 miles becoming common in the evening. Just patient 6% new snow condition 1 to 2 inches possible for Saturday. Snow like before 2 p.m. Then a chance rated snow clouds got about 30 degrees and land river wind becoming the southward 6 miles in the morning. Just patient 6%. Sorry, a chance rated snow before 11 p.m. Then a chance of snow mostly clouds about 3 degrees and just patient 30%. Sunday snow like before 5 p.m. Then rated snow likely. Clouds got about 39 degrees. Just patient 6%. Saturday night. Rated snow before 1 a.m. Then rated between 1 and 3 a.m. Then a rated snow after 3 a.m. Blow at 31 degrees and just patient 1%. Monday, snow like before 11 a.m. Then a just rain between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Sunset about 5 degrees, just patient 6%. But that podcast about 23 degrees. Tuesday, mostly clouds about 3 about 25 degrees. And for Wednesday, chance of rain and snow showers. Sunset about 38 degrees, just patient 40%. In Taunton, it's 37 degrees with light rain and fog in the mist. Here Northern, it's 34 degrees and snow, and Mansfield at 33 and snow. That is going to be it for the Peter Gentle morning news on this February 9th, 2017 on Thursday. Good morning, goodbye, today. See you in noon time for a new time where we'll continuous updates on the latest on the snowstorm. Hope you have a good morning and stay safe.